Hello, 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 everyone. It is Monday. Give you guys a few minutes to come in. Couple minutes early, but that's okay.
Yeah, Hershey is live and I'm live, so edit your comments.
Steve,
Steve says hi.
thanks for the help.
He's gathering trash bags to form a funnel into the big roaster pan that he's trying to gather the water in.
Good. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. It is Monday. For a lot of people, today is what do y'all call it? Inauguration or whatever. Um, so I personally try not to get into that, but those that are affected and feeling some kind of way know that I am with you. Um, anyway, today, today is the day that my life flooded, and we're okay with that. We are going to get past it. We are going to pick ourselves up from it, and we are going to do our best to rock out some meta messages for you guys. We do have the man behind the curtain sharing screen with me today, but because I am a little slightly hugely distracted, um, for those that do want a meta message, that's what today is for. So go ahead and put me in the comments, and the man behind the curtain that is on stage today will be gathering those. Um, so, update, it's Monday, and I usually tell you guys how it went. And I had a wonderful weekend, by the way. Absolutely stunning weekend. It was beautiful. I got to go to gallery night. It was wonderful seeing all kinds of beautiful art and creations. And it was just wonderful. I got to paint. I haven't painted in years. And look what I painted, y'all. Look, look. I painted this. I'm kind of excited about it. I think I want to add a little more to it, but I just don't know what, or define my mountains maybe more. I don't know, or I might not touch it at all. I don't know. I haven't got that far yet. So this morning I woke up, and the last few mornings I woke up to someone waking me up, that was either ready to take a walk or cross or, wanted me to interact with some kind of object, right? So this morning it was nothing. It was just quiet. But yesterday I got a warning that there was going to be a lot of anger, aggression, and insecurity like feeling. And yesterday I did feel a little bit in the air. I didn't feel it like I felt today. Today I woke up and it was quiet, right? I'm like, well, okay, it's quiet. I sat down, and then for the first time ever, Cole just come running out, jumped right up in my lap, and I'm like, "Good morning, sir," and I'm loving on Sir Cole, and I can feel like just quietness, stillness, right? Really still, it's quiet. I'd usually make coffee. That's usually the first thing I do when I wake up, but yet I didn't do that. I went straight to iced coffee. So I was starting to notice the little things differently this morning than my normal routine, right? And then roughly an hour and a half ago, um, it crosses my mind to check on Brother Thomas like I do about every other day. We check in with each other. And we've got some, they were fixing the sidewalk and stuff because it's quite difficult for Thomas to get around with his little Cadillac scooter or his roadster or whatever. And while I wait on approval for my roadster, this is great that they're fixing the sidewalks. So then that gets abruptly stopped because of the extreme cold weather that the South is under. And then this morning, Thomas says, "Don't panic, don't freak out." And I'm like, "Oh shit, what?" And my room flooded. So this is the third or fourth flood, uh, pipe busting that we have had since I moved in there, which it's happened before I moved in there. But the upstairs neighbor doesn't do the best maintenance with his um condo. So Thomas and I catch a lot of his hell, literally. Those of you that understand and you know, and today it got worse because now my bedroom is flooded. We don't know what or will be savable, but we will figure that out as we go through it. But because it is frozen right now, the landlord can't get to anything, and the sidewalk, they can't get equipment in there or whatever it may be needed. But anyway, long story short, there is a climb ahead of me, and this is another one of those mountains. And although I want to make it move, I cannot. I have to climb it. So um, today we are going to climb, and we are going to climb with affirmation cards. We are going to just climb with some positive shit. And although Metatron is not physically with me today because he is again on the West Coast because of everything that's going on the West Coast, a lot of angels are there. There's a lot of people that's needing a lot of help in on the West Coast. So there's a lot of reinforcements there, and a big part and a big chunk of my team is scattered throughout different places, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. But today, um, I had Mosaic do a garden wall, and I'm going to get clarifiers because when this is over, I'm gonna hit up everybody's favorite Jane, and I'm gonna see if Jane's available, and if Jane's available, then I'm gonna ask Jane to check my garden wall because I need to know what I'm experiencing this for. What is ahead of me, right? What is ahead of me in my climb? So, I don't usually ask people to do these kind of reads for me because usually I just accept life for what it is. But for whatever reason, they need me to be here. Is it here that the climb is going to happen, or is it the climb when I get there? Either way, I'm gonna have to climb it. I would just like to know what's ahead of me, so to speak. How big is the mountain? Anyway, uh, like I said, Mosaic and I were painting last night, and it was so much fun, guys. So I just showed you mine, but this one is Mo's, and I'm absolutely in love with mosaics. But this is Mosaic Insights picture that she painted last night, and we both did moon, and we both followed the same palette, and they are so beautifully, uniquely different. They are so beautiful. I think they are absolutely both winners. But these are both of them, if you can see them in frame. I love hers. Hers is this big, gorgeous full moon, and you can see like all the craters and all the divots, and you can even see like where there's moon rocks are rolling around. There's all this energy moving around, and then there's just the stillness way back here somewhere. There, this is probably even another galaxy back here somewhere she created. Anyway, this thing is so beautiful, guys. Anyway, so Mo and I did that last night, and it was so much fun. And we're gonna do it again, since my trip has been extended. So due to the fact that my trip has been extended probably at least a week, maybe longer. I don't know. We don't know. We're gonna have to just play it by ear. Um, and right now that's where we're at. We're playing it by ear. So if you guys want a meta message, go ahead and get me in those comments, and we will rock out some positivity. And you know what? I just may paint some more today. I've got paint on my fingers, so I didn't get it all washed off last night. And right now, I don't want to wash it off. I just want to paint more. I may paint. I feel like I need to paint a tree. Like, I feel like something in my roots is about to grow and expand into brand new territory. But anyway, I digress. So I hope you guys are having a absolute wonderful day. I hope that your weekend was epic. Like, that is the best part of like Mondays. We get to reflect on everything positive that we got to go through and experience this weekend. And guys, man, it was so nice on gallery night. It was so beautiful outside. It wasn't cold. it was like a crisp fall evening, right when it first starts leaving summer, and it wasn't cold, but there was a little bite, and it was just so nice, and there was so many people. Oh my god, and it was such a plethora of different energies, like, and it all came together. It all came together for gallery night, like, the energies, and I mean, like, the dogs that were all out were interacting, and normally when I'm around other dogs, like, I feel the anxiety, right? I can feel that. It was kinda nice, like, um, it was beautiful watching other people's creations, and they were literally doing it right there. There was this one lady that was painting mosaic, I think, like mosaic art of some kind, but she doesn't follow any kind of like traditional patterns. She makes her own. Uh, well, they start with an M. I think they're what are they called? Oh, anyway, if Mosaic remembers, she'll put it in there because like we were both like just watching her, and she was telling a little bit of her story, and it was kind of fascinating listening to just her the way she's guided. The way she's guided. It was kind of cool. Oh, anyway, all right. So, do we have any yet, Brother Thomas? That was ready.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get off the screen. We have 4 that I saw, and Maruta's keeping track. Maruta, are you gonna be able to stay? Yep, Tiffany Tisdale, Sandy Johnson, Rossi, and Fogo Pogo. She's got the same 4 that I got. I'm gonna get off screen. Deal with
To our thank you
our
so much, Brother Thomas.
our water issues. Maruta, if you can, are you gonna be able to stay on screen? If not, I'll stay in. Okay. Yeah, I'm just dealing with the rugs that we took out of Hershey's room. We got one one was no water damage or no water touching it at all. The other one, um it's nylon, so we got it hanging over the fence, but it is kind of uh right at the freezing point down here in Texas at the moment. So we'll get it, and I think it will fit in an industrial washer and dryer. I just gotta um, get the bulk of the moisture out of it and fold it up and down to the lawn. What do they call it down here?
Laundrette.
Laundroteria.
Something.
Well, in Spanish they call it love yeah, lavateria, but laundroteria or washateria. That's the word they use here in Texas. Sort of like a Whataburger. We got a washateria.
Gotcha. All right, bro. We will keep you
Okay.
updated, Gems. But as of right
Um.
now, it's not a fun place. So, all right. Thanks,
Okay.
Brother Thomas.
Gosh, if I get off here, am I gonna knock you off? I'm just gonna
I
hit
don't
the
think
X
so.
button.
I don't think so.
Okay.
If you do, I'll come right back.
But I'll stay on and keep listening. Uh, Thanks for all the well wishes for getting the water situation cured.
Thank you so much. All right. So I have somebody's meta message up, and the first one I believe Thomas said was I've already forgotten. But I have your meta message. Oh, what was it? Was it Rossi? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know. Who was first, Murda? Hello, 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 Grand Rising. Blessings, everybody. Let's see. Tiffany. Okay, Tiffany, I've got your message right here, babe. So this in all meta message history, it's the first time they've let me shuffle on screen. So usually, they're already laid out. So um whatever it is right now that feels right to you, it's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. I mean right now. This is literally the first sign that everything you're supposed to be doing, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Even if it is heavy, hard to deal with, horrible, I don't wanna, I ain't gonna, that kind of situation. Oh, but they gonna keep putting you right back in that same situation again if you don't understand that you're exactly where you need to be. You are wondering, and there is nothing wrong with that because all that wonder are not lost. Remember that, even though it is only part of it, all you need to know is that you're wandering right now. You are not alone while you are doing this. Like it says, lost, but not alone, right? And lost doesn't mean that you aren't wandering, that you aren't searching for something. And when you find it, you'll know. Even if it's uncomfortable, you'll know. And that doesn't make it easy to swallow. But what you do need to understand is that it does have a fear tactic attached to it because it needs to get your attention. When they need us to understand something, the other side of that fear is happiness. And you cannot get to that happiness until you learn to take that fear and pain and transmute it and transform it into something else. Well, today is your confidence day. Today is the day that you are confident enough. Today, I am who I am. I am capable of doing anything that I put my mind to. That is your affirmation for today, for this week. I know that I am having some issues with YouTube right now. And I need you to understand that somehow I found a way to unlock everyone's last messages, right? So you can go back because they're always timeless. So again, Tiffany realized that it is today that you are going to realize that for one, you're naturally charming, you're a sweetheart. So something that you need to remind people of this week is that you are charming, even if you have to do it in a way that it is not comfortable for them or you. It's not like you wanted to be the one to have to do it, but somebody has to do it kind of situation. That's when you are manifesting. That's when you are planting seeds that you may not even be aware of. So make sure that you understand that today is your day to change someone's life by planting a seed. You can make those desires fulfilled, whether it is your it's the seed person that you are led to. And that is for today, sweetie. Miss Tarot D. Hey, were you here, Miss Tarot D? Look what I did. Look what I did, Miss Tarot D. I painted that. I did that. And look at Mose. This is mosaics. Oh my God, they're beautiful, right? Anyway, all right. You're welcome, Tiffany. I love you. You love me. All right. Who is after Tiffany? Oh, you hit the floor. It's at your door. Swampy! Oh, I miss you so much. All right. Well, it's in Florida. I gotta get it to Houston, but Miss Tarot D, I've got a flood in my bedroom right now. So, um, I don't know. Honestly, my trip to Florida has been extended at least a week, maybe two. I don't know. I'm about to cross a bridge, a hurdle that's quite tragically devastating to me right now, but it's okay. I'm gonna get through it. Okay, some of these messages here. Right. Let's see. Sandy Johnson. Okay, Sandy. Alright, this is gonna be wonderful. All right, so loud and proud, I'm gonna start with what hit the floor. So what hit the floor is be heard. Be heard. Do not be quiet. Do not be little. Do not make yourself not understood. You don't have to force anyone to see it your way. They have the right to see it their way. That is their choice. But if it disrespects your principle, your foundation, your boundaries, then that's when you stand up and you make sure that you are heard loud and proud and do not. Don't be ignorant. Don't roll your neck. Don't act like you got all the attitude in the world. You say it with the confidence of the universe and your angels and your guides supporting you so that it is felt and not necessarily misconstrued. Be very clean, be very insistent and precise with the words that need to be said. You have a this or that situation at play for you this week. One is going in the directions of the abilities affect your own destiny, right? So when we think about this, you have to think about our ability. Those are our choices, right? We have the ability to make the choice until we don't, until the choice is made for us, right? So something in this you are destined to do. It doesn't mean that it's easy, and it doesn't mean that it is going to be all uphill or all downhill. There has to be a common scepter, right? A common ground. There has to be something that makes the middle part of this opposites attraction kind of situation going on, right? So there is going to be a light if you go this way with it in this ability, right? In your abilities, if you go a certain way, like following the light, following the decision, if you go this way, then you will understand that you are making today count for everything and for someone else, right? This isn't just a you plan, this is a us plan, this is a we plan. Now, I'm going to have to trust my guides, I'm going to have to trust my gut, and you're going to have to trust my lead, and we will trust the process. But this way involves you and someone. Who is that someone? Only you know that. You know if that's a best friend, a foe, an enemy, your significant other, whoever. You know who that is. But you are the one that is going to have to lead the way. You're going to have to be brave and you're going to have to follow your light, your gut, your guides, your whatever. Even if you have to hold their hand and walk them through the scary forest. And you could be scared, you could be terrified, but that's when you put on that pretty little crown of yours and lead the way. Now, on the other hand, if you choose to go the opposite direction, what I want you to understand is you're going to have to raise your hand so that you can be heard, right? Because there's going to be a guest speaker here, and that guest speaker is going to have a lot of people's attention. And you're going to have to raise your hand, be like, hey, hey, I'm just as amazing as you. But it falls back to the you still must be heard. So this one card falls into both categories. One, you are the leader. One, you are sharing this platform so that you can understand that today you get to breathe, you get to be the passenger. Did you understand that? That situation is basically the universe saying, take a break. Here's a spiritual hug for you. Take a break. Carry the torch, but don't worry about having to wake up and carry the load. You just got to carry the torch so that they can do all the work, right? So, either way, you will and need to be heard. You just need to figure out if you are the one that is leading the situation or if you are the one that is just carrying the light so that someone else can trudge forward and clear the path ahead of you. Make sure that you understand that whoever it is that the universe has chosen for you to carry this destiny with, that is the best part of yin and yang. If you're yin, I guarantee you they're going to be yang. If you're yang, they're going to be yin. And that means that it is the parallel. You will have to find that common ground. You both will, not just you. One will have to recognize, and the other one will. Dominant people tend to receive dominant people very well. We tend to know when to step up and when to be quiet and when to be listened to and when to be heard. See what I'm saying? So what I'm telling you is that like-minded individuals are not going to see it as a power trip, trying to compete or trying to be the boss or none of that. They're not going to see it that way. They're going to want to work with you, and together it will work. But you have to figure out what role you're willing to play and which one is best for both of you. It's not an easy choice to make, but you're obviously the only one that can make the choice. Make it wisely and enjoy it. And that's what I've got for you. Rossi. 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 Oh, hit the floor, Rossi. You already know. You already know it's at your door. Oh, and it was two of them. Okay, so we got a this or that situation followed by a clarifier. Okay. All right, we got this. Hmm. So I almost feel like this is almost kind of the same situation as similar to what I just read. There is something a little bit different to this because this time there is a clarifier, and this clarifier is about sharing, right? So one of the ones that hit the floor is about sharing. It's not easy for us to share, right? Not when it comes to our private personal business. That is a gift, right? For the longest part, I fought talking to people about my ugly shit. Mm-mm. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to be seen as a decent person, and then people find out what my backstory was, and then they're like, "Oh, well, my God, well, she's the rottenest apple of all." And at one point in life, I was. uh, mm-mm, mm-mm. I am what I tend to try to help people be paying attention to, be wary of. I can usually spot when someone is being hustled, being played, being taken advantage of, being played like a fool. And I see it because I did it so well. You know, when we write books and chapters, when it comes to parts of life, we have to own the charts of those chapters that we wrote. And that is me being transparent to you guys, letting you know that, yeah, I see it because I know it. I know that part. I know that pattern. I know that. I see that there's someone in your life that is this or that or da 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 da. Right? So this is the part of your story today that talks about the gifts that you don't even know that you have. When you can't see your own gift, the own light within you, then you have to find that gem. You have to find that light. And usually life knocks you down two or three times and then you figure it out, right? Well, some of us were more hard headed. We think we know it. We think we got the game and the gift and gone with it. And then all of a sudden we find out that life has been dangling. Life's been playing with us the whole time and we were willingly playing back, right? So at that point, I myself said, "Oh, that's why I went through all of that." I realized the gift that I had within my own life experiences that not everybody's going to have, but they might have those kind of people in their life. Hmm. Well, now, how do I make it seem like I recognize it without getting in their head or making them question or make people feel suspicious? Well, I show them the signs of what to see, what to look for. So you're going to get an opportunity this week to share your gift. I don't know who the person is going to be, but what I understand is that you are going to be able to explain to somebody how to share something, right? This is a psychic part. Maybe you know how to read palm readings, or maybe you know how to read a troubled hand, or how many lives or marriages someone's going to have, right? Something is going to stand out and you're going to catch it, and you're going to be able to share a part of you that you wouldn't normally share because you wouldn't see it as a gift. You wouldn't recognize it how they are. They're the ones that's going to get the gift. You're just going to have to figure out what part of your life made this applicable for the moment, right? It's your life. You can skim through it in seconds and go right to that part. It's how vulnerable are you willing to make yourself? And if you really need to get them to understand that the situation, you're going to have to be incredibly transparent. And even if you're the bad guy, we're not always good, guys. None of us are. We're human. We are made to make mistakes so that we can give that gift away down the road to someone. And someone is going to make the exact same decision that you did. But also, it's the consequence. We we know that 8-second ride is fun. And we also understand the consequence on the other end of that 8-second ride. So that's the kind of situation. The consequence may not be the same, but if they understand the depth and level of a consequence and what it could actually do, they may rethink the whole situation. It could save their life. It could ultimately give you somewhere to put roots down in another situation that helps you find your own way down the road. Why do I say down the road? Because you can't fix tomorrow until yesterday is healed. Right? So if yesterday is still playing with your emotions, don't even try to worry about fixing tomorrow. You haven't healed from yesterday. So you're still living in yesterday. You can't be in the present or current situation. And this could be a clue or a hint to the individual that you could be encountering, right? So this individual that you could encounter doesn't know how to heal yesterday. They can't heal yesterday. They don't know how to move out of that. They're still carrying it with them. So, but they're not thinking about yesterday. They're too worried about what the hell is coming tomorrow. They're too busy about planning for tomorrow. They're not even currently in the moment and worried about yesterday. They're somewhere else. So you yourself could catch the pattern, and it's at that point you need to worry, or you need to get them to recognize the worth of the healing. It's all in the healing. Every day is a brand new start to fix the pain. Every single day, every 24 hours that we experience, we get a chance to heal. But if we can't stay within a 24-hour period because we are stuck in the past, you can't heal anything. You can't be present, you can't be current because your mind is somewhere that's already happened. You can't fix it, you can't undo it. All you can do is clean that spilt milk up and hopefully learn from the lesson. But if you clean the milk up and you put it back in the fridge, but you still leave the refrigerator door open, and then life itself bumps that refrigerator, guess what happens? Yeah, that milk is going to spill over and over and over and over again because you can't put it in a full cup of milk in the refrigerator and keep bumping it and think that it's not going to fall. So somewhere somebody is going to need you to reality check. It's not always fun, and sometimes we don't want to be the person to do it. The other way you can look at this is you can show them that there is always motion going on. There is always an opportunity. There is always something going on, stirring the motion, right? Something is always going, and if they cannot learn love, that would be why love was in reverse and they didn't make the choice to love their self today, right? So once again, you have a chance to let them know that their worth makes them worthy, but they have to learn to love themselves. And they can't do that because they can't figure out how to heal from yesterday. What I want you to do is remember, just stay true to yourself no matter how bad you took your ownership. You paid your price. They can't be charged again for the same crime twice. So just be true to yourself and know that you are the messenger in the situation, but you're also the only one that's going to recognize the pattern. That's what I've got for you. know that's right, Miss Tarot D. I mean, technically, the definition of hoe was I was a hoe for money because I was hustling, mom. I was always hustling, so I guess I was a hoe for money because I was always hustling. Okay, somebody's cards just hit the floor again. Okay, so we have a this or that situation going on again. Okay. Mm, mm. Oh, well, you know. All right, who is next, Maruta? Pogo, 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 Pogo. Didn't get a clarifier, so these are going to be more like clues. Okay, Pogo, Pogo, here we go. All right, so you kind of have a this or that situation going on again. But there is a message for you in the situation as well, right? So I don't actually believe this is involving another person. What I think that the universe is asking you to do is to be quiet. Sometimes we like to talk a lot. I like to talk a lot, and sometimes I over talk and I don't hear the message because I'm too busy running my damn mouth, right? What I need you to understand is it's this time that the universe is saying you can't run your mouth right now. So put a zipper on that and open the mirrors. Turn your wise. If you have the wise monkeys, turn them to the mouth. That way the ears are working, right? You're going to need to be silent. And if that's not easy for you to do, this challenge is going to get even harder. So, there is a situation coming for you this week, and there is two situations and two ways you can look at this. And if you're not going to be silent, then what you have to realize is that you can't take a breath and you can't realize what's going on because they're both in reverse, right? So, because you can't be quiet, you are not taking a breath to realize just how cool you really are. And the other thing you're missing out on is today I am free of drama. Today, I will let go of the people that do not support me and only surround myself with positive people. So, therefore, it's not saying that you have negative people around you, but it's also saying that you don't have people that are supporting you because you're not supporting yourself. If you're not supporting yourself, no one else can support you because you can't understand how much weight we all carry when we aren't taking our own ownership in things, right? So you have to understand that endurance is key. Now, it was in the upright position. So this tells me that if you just be quiet, you will understand and you will hear something you haven't got to hear before. Or maybe you will hear it in a way where it actually comprehends your soul. And it's not just the loud noise mumbling in your head and you're going, well, I still don't understand. And it's because you're not comprehending the way that they are saying it. So find a way to quiet your soul, your mind, your mouth. Listen only with your ears, unbiased, unjudgmental. If you happen to take the advice from the universe and spirit, as the message says, then you get a chance to be capable of doing something amazing. Did you hear that? This one is not even breathing. This one, listening, and you find out something even better. You are capable. Isn't that a wonderful, powerful word? Capable means doing, not trying. Big, huge difference there. The other thing you get to realize is just how damn powerful you actually are, right? Today I am powerful. Today I know that I have the power and the wisdom to accomplish everything I choose to do. With that being said, that is also the exact moment that you realize that you are exactly where you needed to be. Again, this is intentionally happening to you for your path, for your direction. Doesn't have to make sense to anyone but you. So, you do have a choice this week to make, and you can make it the way you same way you make it every single time, and you can literally be the only one talking and the only one being heard, or you can choose to let spirit let you know when to close your mouth, quiet your mind, and open up your soul and find just how powerful you are when you are capable of all those amazing things when you follow spirit. And that's what I got for you. Y'all look at it. Straw covers. I found straw covers, y'all. Look, I'm so happy about straw covers. You're welcome, Fogo baby. So, Rose, we have sent out an SOS email to the landlord, if this is what you're talking about, to get our water turned off so that it will stop flooding, and to also bring water to the house, a couple cases, because we can't be there without water because it's so cold it will freeze. So we are hoping that it is going to work out for Thomas because unfortunately my brother Thomas is there dealing with it, and I am safe and comfortable here in Florida, but I would happily give it up and go home and help him deal with it. But he insists that I stay here and extend my trip, and he wants to handle it with the landlord, and I'm supporting and trusting the process. That's what I am doing. Was there anyone else? I'm doing my best to stay uplifted, guys. So I'll probably be painting today because it's kind of solitary and I haven't painted for years. And there's a canvas over there that she said I could use. So I feel like I might end up painting today. I think that will keep me distracted. So that my brain, because y'all know my brain, I will go and I will be at the worst case scenario, and I will just be in a horrible mental place. And I can't let myself go there. I've got to stay strong. Yes, yeah, it's and we are in the panhandle, like literally we are right below Alabama. We are it is gonna I if I'm trusting Miles, it's going to snow and we could get Miles thinks we could get up to 3 inches with dustings and drifting and shit and the wind blowing and because it's wicked winds out there that is just uncommon. Ethereal light. Okay. Ethereal, are you still here, love? Yes. Okay. Yeah, we saw it. It's just going. It's like literally coming just straight across from Houston straight to us. Well, nothing hit the floor, so that is definitely a good thing. Okay, so this morning when Thomas, hit me with the bad news, and I saw the pictures, and you can see there's a good inch or more of water on the floor, and you can see the ceilings falling, and it was at that moment that all I could hear Miles and most of my team singing was "The Climb" by Miley Cyrus. Now, there's a lot of songs in my life that tend to like hone me and bring me back around, keep me from spiraling, right? So immediately I jumped in and I started listening to the song and I started remembering the message. It's all about the climb, right? It's all about the climb. So that's where I need you to be at right now, right? So ethereal light, I need you to understand there's something in exactly where you're at right now. You are in the middle of a climb, right? But you need to understand that even though it's real calm and it's real still, and it's like, whew, I just pulled myself out of the cellar and the well, and first I was stuck in a what do you call it, like quicksand, right? And then just before your head goes under, something comes and swoops you out, and then okay, now you're back, and then all of a sudden bam, you're back down in now, and you're in a tar pit, or you're in a well, or you're back down again, and you're wondering, why is this happening, what is going on? What's happening is that there's fear, right? Fear lets us lose control, right? Yeah, that's their weapon against us. When they start noticing that you can have intimidation, it develops a fear, right? It's very subtle. It's very, most of the time, we don't even see it as fear until all of a sudden we're faced with it again. And there's this uncomfortableness, there's this untrust, right? Untrust is a form of fear. You can't trust it, right? Just like livestock can't trust to walk over a Passover because they can't see the bottom. Well, we know there's bottom, obviously, but they don't know that there's a bottom. They can't see the bottom. They don't walk over the Passover. You don't have to build nothing. It's safe, right? It's all about that same spot right there. You have to cross that. You have to. You have to. You can't get to food. You can't get to water. You can't get to supplies if you don't cross it, right? You have to understand that you are standing exactly where you have to be. All is well for whatever reason. You need to understand that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Do you almost kind of see the person that's they've kind of silhouetted there between the clouds, sitting with the clouds? And there's this light, this third light going on, right? That third eye light is going on up there because I'm trusting the process. All is well. I may literally hit the ground hard as hell. There's a worst case situation in every case. Doesn't matter. It's always there. It's up to us to allow our mind to not go there because we can go there real easy, real easy. What you have to understand is there is something that must be embraced in that exact moment. And that thing that must be embraced is you not letting fear of the unknown take over. Don't fear the change. Did you see that word they threw in there? Fear. Embrace it. Grow with it. Don't let it grow without you. Don't let it grow beyond its means, because then it's just running wild, buck wild, ain't got no reins, no control. You can't grab it because you didn't grow with it. So it's above you, right? Or it's in front of you, right? So make sure that you keep it reined in and you keep it real tight and controlled. And don't let any kind of fear stop you from change or stop you from the climb. You have to trust that there are wiser spirits guiding you. You have to trust that there are wiser prayers for you to pray, and those will guaranteeingly be answered. But until you start praying those deeper prayers for yourself, until you start overcoming those fears so that you can know that those are your stairs to gain levels that other people are too scared to overcome. This is your opportunity to gain something. Today, you find out that you are at peace. Today, I am at peace with all that is and will happen. All that is happening to me is meant to happen to me. I just don't know why. You don't have to know why. That's the best part. That is their worst word and your best part. It's more like what for? What do I need it for? And that's the part you get to explore yourself on. Today, you get to realize that you are exactly enough. You are exactly enough just the way you are to find out the answers to the questions. You just need to not be scared to ask them of your team. They're much older, much wiser, much smarter. They have way more everything than we have. So why are you questioning the answer that you get from them? You just want to have control of that situation. Let go of the situation, go with the flow because there is a divine plan ahead for you, but you must trust in those very wise spirits and teachers that are guiding you. Let go of control. That's what I've got for you. Now the song's in my head again. We walk in darkness because not everybody can. If you walked in darkness, then you're a root worker and you need to be very translucent to those that don't understand how much pain you have pulled yourself from. How many times no one was there to help you but you and your team. And those are the stories that need to be talked about. Those are the stories that reach people and they don't even realize it. You walk there for a reason. You're very welcome. Miss Tarot D, I hope so. I was literally thinking about that because he does have the card there where he can order food. So if they can get it delivered, because they're pouring a new sidewalk too. So there's just multiple situations going on that is challenging for Thomas right now. But gotta keep pushing forward. All right. Who is next? Is there anyone next? While I wait. Do, 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 do. Alrighty. They're trying to get it. Hi, Sharon. Good morning. I hope you are having a beautiful, wonderful day. We are. I tried to catch them too. I tried to catch them, and they literally like rolled down my arm. Literally, they rolled down my arm. Mm. So, hey, we are back to a this or that situation. Miss Tarot D snakes. There's nothing scarier than being at a horse ranch as a kid, and at that time I didn't understand snakes, and there was this big, huge black one that lived in the barn. Little did I know that it was actually a black snake and very friendly, and it was only wanting to eat the bad snakes to would come around the horses because horses attract snakes, right? They're scent, they're they just it just happens. They can always find a snake. Anyway, I was young when I realized that there are snakes that need to be here to help us fight against the ones that are out to hurt us intentionally, right? Somewhere in that process, I understood stupidity and courage to literally be the same exact thing, except courage means having the strength to act. Stupidity means that you did not. So I went from the stupidity of not understanding the difference to know how to tell the two snakes apart, to actually encountering the situation and knowing that I was safe the entire time. And it didn't bother me one bit to be in that barn with that big, huge black snake because I knew it would never want nor try to hurt me, even if felt backed into a corner. It's not in its nature. It might strike at me, but it's not doing it because it wants to hurt me. I literally backed it into a corner, and fear itself is making it react in a situation where all I had to do was not be stupid and I had to show a little courage and learn, right? Well, many times in life where people had forced thoughts in my head, and then life itself put me in situations where I felt like I was a stupid individual because I didn't have the courage to learn the difference in situations, right? And I mean, it's happened in all kinds of situations in real life, in prison, outside of that, parenting, being a daughter, being a sister, any way you can think of being a friend, being a frenemy, being an foe, being an actual enemy. It seemed to find me every single situation, every single scenario. What I found was that they are the exact same thing. Love and hate, it's the exact same thing. You can't have one without the other. So you can't have courage without first having stupidity. And that doesn't mean that it's an insult. It just means that you aren't educated enough to understand that all it took was an action. And now I'm not stupid anymore. I'm courage. I'm courageous to it. I'm not scared to get out there. And yeah, I learned to apply that in ways that maybe took me down the wrong path, but it also helped me while I was on those wrong paths to know when to choose to walk away and when to choose to stand and fight, whether it was my principle or my point. May have been valid, may have been wrong, but I understood I can either be uh, stupid or I can be courageous. With that being said, what I want you to understand is that courage arrives when you overcome that fear of taking a step to be courageous, right? You can see the outcome every single time. And sometimes we get an adrenaline rush and they'll be like, oh, you're my hero. You saved the day. Well, no, someone else saw it. They just didn't want to help you. They didn't take that action to help you. They chose not to, right? It comes back to the action part. Today, I feel good. Today, I know that deep down that I look good, I feel good, and I am good. Period. Period. No ands and buts about it. Nothing goes in between there. Nothing but a comma to go to the next statement, right? We ain't taking a breath. We ain't putting even the word and in that situation. No way, no shape, no how, no way. We know. We ain't got to question it. We ain't got to think about it. We ain't got to second guess it. We know. Not only that, we also don't question why we let go of something. The question isn't who we let go of, it's why we stopped caring what they thought. We no longer care. We no longer care. We have found the time to move forward, right? So, in this situation, we have stopped allowing them to basically step on us. And now we are stepping away from the situation so that we can move away from something or someone that is no longer serving us. In that moment right then and there, this situation right here, you are the bigger person. You are choosing to walk away from a situation where you know this person isn't validating. So there's no reason in arguing with them. There's no reason of proving my point anymore. That I don't even need to defend my action to this person anymore because they can't comprehend what I am putting down. I am wasting my time. But in that process of this, you're not actually wasting your time. What you are doing is you are opening up and freeing space. You are finding a way to continue to stay joyous and not look at the loss, but realize that in that grief for a temporary loss for a moment, you opened up reasons for you to understand that today you can be and will be adventurous. I will get the hell out of my comfort zone. I will stop allowing things to happen to me before I actually try it. That goes back to that courageous situation, right? Knowing the difference between courageous and stupidity. I'm not going to be stupid. I'm not going to keep letting this person walk all over me when I know they're just going to keep walking all over me. No matter how many times I say, ow, quit, don't stop, you're hurting me. How many times do I have to keep saying, "Don't stop, quit, you're hurting me," before I realize I'm just not gonna keep putting my hand out there for you to bite me, right? So it's at this point I have tapped into myself. I found me and you ain't going to be, right? I am understanding that I am going within someplace you can't go, right? You can't get inside of my head because you're not willing to change. You just want to benefit from my growth, and I'm not going to just keep giving it away, and you ain't giving me nothing in return. Know that once you go within that spot that you opened, this little bitty teeny tiny little spot that they had in your heart. You see how little that little bitty spot is that they had? Look what it frees up. It opens you up to understanding that true love can never die. Point blank, period. Doesn't happen. Our soul doesn't die. That's energy that keeps going. Well, guess what? So does true love. So it opens up to a plethora of more room for you to have yourself a moment of joyous return with people observing of you, willing to change, willing to grow with you, and willing to really, truly get to know you and love you unconditionally. It's your choice to make love, but somebody isn't worthy of you. That's what I've got for you, babe. You have a wonderful day too. Thank you so much, Marita. And for those that have my PayPal account, if you guys do want to make a donation for Thomas and I, trust me, I will make sure that I split it with him. We always split the donations. Anything you guys send to us, I appreciate it. And I want to say thank you to the gym that helped me get my crown. I absolutely love my crown. And as you see, it is absolutely stunning. It is aura, angel aura crystals that are rubbed with titanium. So they are incredibly powerful, guys. Like I literally, like I don't even have my anklet on today. I feel so grounded and so empowered. Like this crown is. It's just totally just shaped. It's perfect. It was meant for me, and they're all dark aura crystals, and I'm a shadow reader. It was definitely meant for me, 100%. And of course, my hair is all over the place because it's like it's growing. Yes, thank you for anything and everything, guys. All right, Swampy, you're next. Thank you, moderators, for dropping links. I appreciate it. And again, if you make a donation or you go on the wish list, it will be there when I get home, and I will graciously do a big O unboxing. I've got some packages that have been delivered since I've been home that I'll do an unboxing when I get home. But like right now, it's a little tight. It's a little bit of a struggle, and there's going to be things that I'm going to have to make the money up. And you know me, I will find a way to earn it. So, but if you donate, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Paige. Wait, Paige, wait. Deep month. Hey, Rhea, hey. Hey! Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Well, since my trip has been extended, if Michelle needs a day or two away, I may come camp in your backyard. Have to buy me a tent and clamp in your back. Clamp. Camp in your backyard. Give Michelle a break since my trip's been extended due to unforeseen circumstances. All right, this is Swampy. All right. Oh, Swampy, we are opening a brand new door, brand new chapter. Swampy, I don't think it gets any better than that, right? So when you think about the fact that you literally have closed a chapter, right? Closure is so healthy. Closure is something that a lot of people never reach. They never get a chance to start something new with their life, whether it is a new book, a new chapter, or just a new page. Sometimes we just cannot turn that page. Life makes it damn near impossible to turn that page. But we find out that there is a way, and that way is hope. That word alone gives us the opportunity, and that is all I am going on right now is pure hope, you guys. And you should know this. You guys know me. You have been with me since day one and longer. So understand that right now, the only thing that is pushing these messages to you is the hope that I carry for every one of my gems. And I will never, ever let that go. Nothing will break me to where I lose hope, right? But you are absolutely opening a brand new chapter. You are starting something brand new. This is finally the strength to not just turn the page and finish that. You've closed that other chapter. Every time we close a door, the universe opens a window for us. And that's the best part. That's where the blessings are at. And we don't know them because we don't close doors expecting a window of blessings to be there. It naturally happens when you naturally close the doors. You can't just forcefully close a door and think, oh, yeah, we're going to pay you for good behavior. Uh-uh. We all know that ain't how the damn world works. You got to actually work for that shit. And you work for it in ways that you don't even think that you're actually working, right? Because it doesn't feel like work until you look back and you're like, I did that. This weekend, I got to do something for the first time ever, Swampy. I got to ride on one of them scooter thingy, electric scooter things. Oh my fucking god! Y'all should have been there. Like I said, I get to have those moments now because I don't have that energy today. But I've got the moments that I got this weekend, whether it was painting with my sister or riding a scooter. And even though I was doing like 5 miles an hour and it was fucking amazing, but it was 5 miles an hour. I mean, come on. Michelle jumped on that motherfucker and took off. I'm like, ain't that a bitch? Put me, I'm just putting along at 5 miles an hour. Oh my God, but I had so much fun. Oh my God. So this is that part, right? This is that new chapter. Yes, you can. Absolutely. 100%. You found a way to have the universe grant success. You closed a door on your own. You didn't force it to shut, you did the work, and it just probably shut by just your finger. Done. Bye. Wasn't forced. You ain't got to prop it shut. You ain't got to force it. I got to do none of that. It was a success. The closing of that chapter that you have officially moved out of was life's lesson, not coming back again, right? The lesson doesn't get to come back. You learned it. You got it. Yes, you can. You empower yourself when you willingly shut that door. Today, you get to find out just how powerful you actually are. Today, my potential will succeed. Today, my potential will conquer. Today, my potential will challenge me. That's the best part, right? It will be a challenge in itself, even if it doesn't feel like one. That's the best part. Potential is growth. No matter how you look at it, no matter how you see it, it's growth as long as you're doing it. If you're just looking and watching it collect dust, it ain't never gonna grow. Well, the dust will accumulate, but then that's just more of a mess to clean up. And who the hell wants that when you just close that damn dirty ass chapter, right? No, my palate is clean, my slate is clean, and I am not about to let no forced bullshit affect my clean slate, my blessing window. So remember that every time you asked for guidance and it didn't seem like it was immediately there, it was immediately granted. You just had to move into the energy where you could receive it. You will be receiving more than just guidance because you have cleared the unclear, right? If you look at that picture, you see that that person is being guided. They're not being led astray. They're not being left alone. You are not alone. You are opening a brand new window and a brand new chapter. And I can't wait to see where it goes. I love you, Swampy. And that's what I've got for you. Brother Thomas is next. Hmm. Okay, Brother Thomas. All right, Brother Thomas, I got you. You're very welcome, Swampy. Marilla, do last call. It's for Brother Thomas. Sorry. It's Florida. We are ready now. I love you too, Swamp. Swampy, Swampy. Mhm. Okay. So I'm gonna officially let you guys know Brother Thomas got the call for help card. And that makes us we are a pair right now. It is our apartment condo, my bedroom that's flooded. But anyway, we will get through it. Thomas, you got the call out for help. Literally call in your team, call in favors. I know it doesn't it's never easy for people like us because we take life as it comes. We don't usually live in yesterday and we don't worry about tomorrow because we know it's not promised. But right now, Thomas, I will do my part. I will call out. I will reach out to a few people that, you know, at some point in time, I have to understand that the money is great, but at some point in time, we don't always have the necessary things that make things every day possible. We don't have access to a car. We don't have access to different situations. Astronomically, it could be and might be cheaper to buy new rugs. Whatever the situation may be in this, whether it's or wherever it ends up at. So I need you to know that right now the universe is saying this is a chance for you to crawl out to literally please reach out to people and tell people I need help. And that's not easy for people to say. That is not easy for people like Thomas and I to say we need some help or we need some food or we need water or whatever it may be. I need somebody to come damn wash my back because I can't wash my back. I can't reach it. So if you'll actually wash my back, I owe you, right? This isn't an IOU situation, but this is the moment where you say, I need help, and you watch how many people are willing to help. So, Thomas, you need to realize that you are grateful, you have gratitude, and you have the means and the people to ask for some help from. There is a reason that it is happening because today, right now, you and I, we need to stay focused. We need to understand that right now we need to come together and we need to stay productive because there is hard work ahead of us, right? And I mean that by right now, you, because unfortunately I'm in here and you are there and you are the only one right now solely going through this. And I am so sorry. But there is a lot of work ahead of not just you. You are not alone with this. I will be there and we will get through it together. I promise. You need to understand that right now, focus on you, focus on the help that you need right now. Water, maybe some quick meals or whatever, because if they shut the water off or we lose power, you're going to have to need breads, you're going to need stuff that you can just throw in your mouth that you can eat on in case we get into that situation, because there's no sidewalk. It's not easy for you to get around and you can't overdo it. And if it's covered with ice, you're damn sure not getting around anywhere because you can't go out there and fall on your ass and then you're trapped outside on the ice. Thomas, reach out, get some help from anybody that is willing to reach back. I wish I had a better meta message for you, but you have to know that this humbling situation is one of the inclement times where we have no control over what we are going through right now. But we will get through this together. You are not emotionally alone. You're just physically actively alone because I'm not there, but I will be there and we will do it together. But reach out to a few people and you'll get some help, even if it's just some bread and lunch meat, some canned goods that you can just pop open and eat or whatever. We'll get it. We will get it. And that's your meta message, Brother Thomas. All right. Maruda did last call. So, Maruda, was there anybody that jumped on last call? If not, that is the story. I mean, that is our meta messages for today. Sharon, okie dokie. And Mo wants one. Okay. Hi, Sharon. You're very, very welcome, Brother Thomas. So, the world works in mysterious ways, right? There are things that we don't even know that we are, right? Some of us are protectors. Some of us are manifestors. Some of us have abilities that we don't even know we have because we don't understand our numerology, our birth date, our placement, or the number, or the reason, or the time. It's all very strategically placed, right? Man dictates a day and time and roundabout area, and then the universe says, "Oh no, you're going to be pregnant for 50 weeks. Sorry, you thought it was only going to be 44. It's more like 49 for you because there's just something you need to experience that everybody can't because they can't carry the way you can carry. So you can carry the weight, so you're going to experience something very different than anyone else, right?" Hypothetical situation here. But what I am saying is that there are some of us that are just built differently, right? Some of us don't understand what our grand woven design is because we don't want to basically put our own ass in the hot seat and figure out why shit does what it does to us, whatever it may be. Some of us have the ability to create intention, right? Some of us can sew different parts of their thing together and they are manifesting and they don't even realize that they're manifesting, but they are a manifester because they were created and designed that way. But then all of a sudden, everything that they're touching is manifesting and unfolding and creating and doing and becoming. And then, whoa, one day they realize that it's all part of their very unique birth, right? So let's go to yours specifically. You are an inventor, your intention itself. You could literally just touch something with good intention, and it can go from a dead rose thorn to a rose bush that's thriving. And all you did was touch a broken rose thorn, but your intention was that it be what it was, strong and mighty and big and beautiful. Somewhere a seed heard that. Somewhere you had the intention, and then the universe granted it. So, I myself, I'm a protector, right? My birth is very unique, and so is yours, and everyone else is included and involved. But yours is different. You have intentions tied to your actual woven design. The design that you are woven with has pure intentions. Today, you are going to realize that you are excited about going forward. So, literally, from this moment on, what you will tell yourself for the rest of the week is today is the best day of my life. I don't care how fucking crappy it is. And I'm going to take this for myself right now. Today is the best day of my life. Why is today the best day of my life? Because I can let the negativity melt away. Today is the best day of your life because you have this choice. You can choose for the negativity to not melt away like hot butter, or you can have it clogging up your arteries and your pores and you can't breathe. I choose to let it melt away. It might be 27 degrees outside, but that negativity is going to melt because I choose for it. My intention, my intention is that that negativity is going to melt. It's 27 degrees. And I know it's going to melt because you have intention woven inside of your destined plan. You have a purpose, and you today are realizing that your purpose is that you can literally make negativity melt in freezing freaking temperatures. You have the intentions. You are more powerful than you think. You are more power in your little pinky than some people have in their entire body because you have intention in your touch. If you are a manifester or you have intention in your touch, you are incredibly dangerous to people like me because people like me, want to protect people like you. But not for negative reasons, but because I don't want nobody to take advantage of people like you. You have the ability to change something just by your touch. So from this day forth, for all intensive purposes, take power of your purpose and touch with pure intention and change your life. That's what I've got for you, babe. Ooh, Mama Sushi. Woohoo. Hey, what's up, Mama Sushi? How's baby Sushi? All right. Maruta, was there anyone else? Oh, yeah, Mo. Thanks, Miles. Oh, I'm glad she's doing good. She's getting so big so fast. It has been a joy watching her grow up just like so fast. Those eyes. Oh my God, those eyes. It's like you can literally see, like, what is it, like the Milky Way or whatever? It's like you can see like a galaxy going on in them eyes of hers. They're so beautiful. All right, Mo. You are up and you are last. Mo, it is you. You are the last meta message. And those of you, anybody that did donate, I am on my phone, so I can't check for donations. So if you made a donation for Thomas and I, thank you so very much. I will make sure that I split everything that we get. If you went on my wish list, I'll have Thomas open it so that we can share it, and then whatever, we'll make it all work. But I appreciate you guys so very much. So, all right, Mo. So you All right. All right, so we're a little out of our pocket anyway because obviously I don't have my Metatron deck and I don't have Metatron with me today. I have Shakina, and that is great and wonderful and all powerful. But what she wants you to do is she wants you to let go of some of that energy, right? Apparently, you've got a lot of energy penned up inside of you, and you really need to release it. How are you going to release it? There's someone you're going to help. Gee, look, I'm not going to throw all of your cards around, but all I can say is I think this message is absolutely exactly dead on just by the first two cards. What I recognize is that you release energy by helping others. And there just happens to be people in your life. And I'm not talking about just me in specific, because you know the people that are in your life that actually need your mindfulness. They need your calm, they need you. You have a way of bringing chaotic energy into control. You have a way of making people not feel alone. You have a way of helping that is so nurturing and so peaceful. And that is how you release your energy. So, as you are releasing your energy, realize that today you are capable. Today, you will accomplish every goal that you have ever set for yourself by releasing that energy. You don't even have to physically see it happen. You just have to know that it will happen. You just have to release the energy that's pent up inside of you. And you do that by helping someone else, right? It's the giving it away part, right? Some of us aren't good receivers and some of us aren't good givers, right? But some of us are really good receivers and some of us are really good givers. Some of us just don't understand what it's like to be on the other side of it, right? They anticipate things or they have expectations, and then when it doesn't happen to their expectations, they break their own heart. You have a way of reminding people to let go of those expectations. You're planning something based on someone else's experience. Why? Why? Unless you are basing it off of your own experience, stop letting people's forced thoughts and experiences be your person. And you are really good about honing that in for certain people and reminding them that that is their journey. They have to learn to find a way to make it fit for their destiny. There's a voice within you that is being very persistent, and this voice is about being amazing, right? We already know we're all a little special, but you're a little extra special because you are a manifester. Because you are a manifester, you have the ability to help other people literally physically change their life by changing their perspective. And that's the best part. You are usually led to a situation. It doesn't mean that you personally are going through the or having the experience, but you get to be there while the situation is persistently happening. And then you, being the one on the outside looking in, have the best viewpoint to help them recognize the amazing part that they clearly didn't see the first time. So remember, your week is going to be about helping people out in situations that they personally can't see because they're only looking at their own nose. They're not looking past their nose. They're not looking at the big picture. So remember, as a manifester, you're going to be helping a lot of people. And in the same time, you are going to be releasing energy that is penned up inside of you that has to get a release. And this is a natural, healthy way that causes no lightning strikes or no electric shocks because you are pretty electrifying. You carry a beautiful current. And that's what I've got for you, Mo. Whew, guys, you know, like I said, today I'm climbing today. So I am in the middle of a climb, and Thomas and I, we will climb it to the best of our ability. And I know that I have you guys for support, and I know that I have you guys to just listen when I need to vent or I need to cry. Because, like I said, I don't know ultimately what I'm going to lose in this flood situation in my bedroom, but I'm okay. Because even if it's just makeup and some rugs or a chair, I can replace that stuff, right? Those are all materialistic things I can replace. Maybe there's something different altogether involved. just have to climb it. And that's where I'm at right now. You guys, we're all in the middle of a climb and we all have each other. That's the best part about this gem community. We have each other. We give to each other. We receive for each other. So anybody that has any ability, even if it's not myself, Thomas, or the cat down the road, make sure that you remember that you have a purpose and you are in a situation for someone else. Although it physically is stressful for you to go through the situation, ultimately, you're also going through it with someone else and for someone else because they're going to need to recognize the pattern that you pointed out to them. And you pointed it out because you experienced it. Grow together, learn together. Until next time, guys, please keep lifting everybody up. And for those of us, me personally, right now, that is going through a climb, we're gonna bump. I'm gonna scrape my knees. I'm gonna break a whole lot of fingernails, and I'm gonna get really frustrated. So when I'm a little short or I'm a little frustrated, right now, guys, just know that it is part of my climb, and I have no ill intentions behind any words that I'm saying to myself. I'm just finding ways to not lash out. And that's my climb, is not lashing out. I have a tendency to want to lash out when things fall apart that I have worked so hard for, and then I lose them. For whatever reason, the universe takes it away from me. I will find out why I am wearing this weight and carrying this load through my climb. I love you guys, and I will see you guys soon. I will check in with you guys in a couple of days, let you know what's going on. Like I said, I am not physically there while my bedroom floods. So I have hope, and that's what I will hold on to. Bye, guys. Where's the Dominic? There it is. I'll see you next time.